One of the things that drive my spiritual life is found in the scriptures, especially in the book of John, where Jesus said that if you love me, you will keep my commandments. And he says, I will love you, my Father will love you, and then I will be instructed to manifest myself unto you. So this is the drive of my whole life from my childhood. Secondly, and then Christ said, if you love me, you will keep my words. So that if you love me, the first was you will keep my commandments, and then I will manifest myself unto you by the instructions of my Father's love for you. And then it says, if you love me again, if you keep loving me, okay, in other words, Christ was referring to consistency. You see, because sometimes we believers are so drawn to emotions that our worship of God is centered. It is actually emotionally or emotional centric. Our whole worship commitment to Christ is all depends on emotions. If things go well and we feel high, our worship is strong. If things go wrong and you don't feel well, things are not working as you wanted them to work, then you get depressed. Then you don't worship. You struggle to pray. You struggle to commit to the values and principles of Christ. See, men are not consistent and diligent with the things of the Spirit. And for such, of course, that bridges a certain level of the manifestation of the invisible things of God to that individual. So Jesus said, Christ now says, if you love me, you will keep my words. And then he says, and my Father will love you. He said, I and my Father shall come and make our abode in you. Glory to God. I love that. I love that. So that means there are aspects of God that are beyond salvation, that salvation will not bring to you. For instance, salvation will not bring the manifestation of Jesus to any individual. Of course, that's the qualification, all right? But you see, the Father uniting together with the Son to make their abode in a man does not come by salvation. It's never one of the inheritance of salvation. All right, so it's one of the inheritance of our extreme love, of obedience and keeping of his words. You see that? So not every believer truly keeps the words of Jesus Christ. Not every believer keeps the commandments of Christ. All right, so now they who keep his commandments begin to experience a higher version of God's essence, a higher version of God's manifestations